they're close, but they're 1 cent off. So number 1 file name is RPC, of course. The number 2 file name and number 3 file name are Smoke and Kang.
What do you want?
I'll take K. I'll let you have Smoke. It's pretty much easy.
All right, good.
That's
the one I wanted.
K-A-N-G, Carter?
K-A-N-G, correct.
I hope you guys know this file name's been getting like a 52 in this race, and I'm playing you all already.
I can't even name my guy, so. I am good to go whenever you guys are.
Same.
So I'm gonna beat up and I'll be listening for Countdown.
Alright, just to confirm, Supreme has Kang.
Yep.
Blunt has Smoke, and then Krypton has RPC.
No, Krypton, a Countdown. A Countdown. Countdown wants to join though, you might want that.
I think he's asking if the countdown is in voice chat.
Oh! Yeah.
Yes, it is. Oh, wait, he's not in here, actually.
Not in here yet.
Smoke JRTA4. File names.
So yeah, the file names RPC had $61, Smoke and Kang had $40.87 each, and then coming in a close 4th place was Danky with $40.86.
God.
Glad RPC pulled ahead.
Same.
Alright, I'm ready if you guys are. Stream sounds fine?
Here's the countdown. He's not in here.
Yeah, we're gonna need a text countdown for our boy cryptonberry.
Okay, I can do that for you guys if you need that.
Okay.
Are you guys using the same channel he is right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yep.
It's good
All
enough,
right.
I guess.
Alright, welcome to Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. We have 3 experienced DKC3 runners here performing for you. Saw them do the first trick of the run, which was the mysterious wrinkly skip, where you just hold left and a button and save a few frames. And then they did the funky mash to get the boat, and now they're going to go to World 1, and just going to do a bunch of warps. So I'm going to talk about the runners here, and who we have racing. So we have Supreme on the far left. Supreme's a pretty old school runner. He's been running this game even longer than I have, which is saying something. So kind of curious to see what strats he's going to use. Maybe he'll bring it back to 2014, 2015. We'll see. On the far right, we got BluntBunny. He has the best time out of the 3 runners here. He infamously quit this game forever once he got a 47, but he is back. Bring Japanese runners to HDQ. One-time special guest appearance, risen from the dead. Having trouble getting through the door there. That's not what you want to see. And in the middle, we got cryptonberry, who I am not even sure actually knows this run. Maybe he is running it as a joke. I honestly don't know, because I asked him, do you actually know the game? And he was like, I learned it a week before I submitted it to JRTA. And apparently he already has a 48, so we'll see what he can do. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to see this race. It's going to be pretty even going until the end of World 2, where they have to fight the second boss of the game, which is Arik, aka Spoderman. The only reason Blunt's behind is because he got owned by a door, which was pretty funny, but it doesn't really matter too much. And yeah, there's not a lot to say for World 1 and honestly World 2 as well. It's just about how you can throw your cousin into a barrel and warp to the end of the stage. It's like Supreme's team up throw into that warp is slightly more optimal than Krypton's. No one does the strat where they just team up right before the warp barrel. BluntBunny actually missed it because of that. Alright, going into the first boss, this is Belcha. Pretty straightforward boss. He throws out barrels with beetles in them. Hop on the barrel, grab the beetle, feed it to Belcha. You do not want to feed the eye or feed the teeth. If you do, you're going to lose a lot of time because you're going to have to defeat him with 3 beetles instead of 2. But Krypton Supreme have no issues. I doubt Blunt will. Blunt's also rocking the alternate color code, by the way, which does nothing other than change the color of your characters. And pretty solid World 1 from Supreme Krypton. Uh, 2-1 is probably the longest stage where you have to actually go to access the warp barrel. I don't know why they put it so far into the stage, but that's what they did. Guess let's talk a bit about how this game has developed as well in the past year or so. So, like, at the end of, 2016 or so, it was kind of fun. Everyone was going for 47. Me, Blunt, a few other runners, Void, kind of just powered up in mid-2017. But there's another runner called Sui Mine, Japanese runner, who absolutely destroyed this game and has a 46 in this game, which is, insane when you consider the fact that most people struggle to even get a 47. So he kind of killed the game, and not just 80%, but also 103 in every single category of this game, honestly. So the only people who run it these days are just people like me who are still trying to get 47, or people just come out of retirement every now and again to do a fun marathon run. Supreme going the wrong way on the world map. I've done that countless times, honestly. It's very easy to forget where you are and just accidentally go to the wrong spot. Although I would love to see a swanky minigame there. Looks like cryptonberry is in the lead. But like I said, everything can change in the second boss at Arik. Supreme said he was having some issues with the boss. Blunt said he forgot to practice the boss until Supreme brought it up, so we'll see how it goes. So what you want to do here is you just want to grab the barrel and hit him immediately. Team up throw up to the branch up there, grab the barrel and just hit him again. And you're not supposed to be able to hit him that fast. You're supposed to wait for the Venom Ball cycles to progress. But ooh, looks like Krypton misses a hit. That is pretty costly there. He has to wait for all the balls to dissipate and then team throw back up. Or I guess just bounce off Arik. Hey, he knocks him down. Looks like Supreme caught up a lot from that. And Blunt actually caught up the most. He's actually ahead now. And pretty even race going into 3-1 as expected. Now we need a new boat. We need the hovercraft to access Worlds 3 and Worlds 4. You can do World 3 and World 4 in any order you want, but you're always going to see World 3 done first because it is the hardest, and also it is better for the Kong route. And by that I mean you can be doing Mechanos first. Technically Mechanos is World 4. I guess I should put it like that. So you're really going to be doing a World 4 first, then World 3. World 3 is also much easier than World 4, which is why you leave it for after Mechanos. So 3-1 here, you're going to be seeing these bird dudes shoot out these cheese balls. And you can see Blunt going into the climb here. This part is deceptively hard. If you are able to do the climb just right, you're going to be able to make a faster fireball cycle, which he did. So see how everyone else's climbs are going. Looks pretty solid. Prima maybe a little bit slower than the other two. And then we ride the elevator up until the final part of the stage. It's going to be a damage boost at the end, which skips having to walk around all the way to the left, climb the rope that way. Makes the ending a little bit scary because you only have one Kong, but you're going to be able to weave through the fireballs pretty well here and hopefully not die. Blunt makes it through. Tom makes it through. And Supreme having no issues as well. So I hope you enjoyed that fun and interesting gameplay, because now it's time for 2 auto-scrollers in a row. There's a little bit of tech in this first one. You're going to want to be jumping on the railings, then jumping down them to get a little bit more speed. And you're also going to be wanting to maintain only one Kong throughout the... Oh, Krypton gets absolutely destroyed by that bee. Dang, dude. I was just going to say, it's going to be a little bit scary because you only have one Kong, because you only want to maintain one Kong just due to the way the barrels work in 3-4, which is it's faster if you enter with only one Kong compared to 2. But it makes the section a little bit scary because if you misstep at all, you're going to die and you get owned, just like Krypton did. He's champion. I'm sure he'll catch up. Oh yeah, I'm going to mention they're all playing on the Japanese version because there is a Japanese version exclusive glitch in the boss at the end of World 5, and there'll be plenty of time to talk about him when we get there. But yes, Japanese is faster for 80%, and the North American version is faster for 103%, because you're not even able to do that boss skip in 103, because you need the coin he drops for the max percentage, and also there's a few other reasons. The load times are also faster on the Japanese version. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that first auto-scroll. It's time for the second auto-scroller, which is Ripsaw Rage, aka Sawyer Tree. Unlike the previous auto-scroller, there's really not that much tech you can do to speed up the level. The only thing you really can do is to kill as few rats as possible. Every rat you kill wastes 2 frames. So if you see them like intentionally going out of their way to not kill the rats, that's not done for swag. It's just done to save a little bit of time, and otherwise a stage you can't really influence at all. And there's not too much to say here. In 103, you are able to do a glitch where you kind of zip up the tree and go into a bonus barrel early. But even though it looks like it might save time at 8%, like if you go into the bonus and then fail the bonus, you start a little bit up the tree. It is in fact slower. So it's gonna be taking the tree pretty normal here. At one point, about 3/4 of the way through the stage, they're going to intentionally skip a DK barrel, again, because they only want to have one Kong going into 3-4 and 3-5. You kind of have to move a bit faster than the camera. So you spawn in front of the DK barrel. You probably just saw it there on Supreme's stream. And that's really the only other piece of tech you can do in stage. The only other thing you can do is try to beat the stage as fast as possible, which is just to put Dixie on the flag as soon as it spawns. But even if you're not able to do that, it only saves a few frames or so. Alright, now we're back into a more interesting stage, 3-4. There's a few things you can do in this stage that I don't think anyone is going to do. You can do what's called a just defend through a crimp, where you roll into him from the front, and by doing a back input as you roll into him, you're able to just roll through him and get a bit more speed, make an earlier cycle on the bazooka. But no one's going to do that because that's too scary for anyone but Sui, really. And again, it's pretty scary here because you only have one Kong. Any misstep and you just ram straight into the TNT. The midway in the stage, I believe, is kind of out of the way, so death would be pretty costly.
Just a quick reminder, guys, this is JRTA4. We are raising money to help 4 Japanese runners get to AGDQ 2018 in January. And if you guys could spread the word, share the stream. We got a Twitter account, retweet it, host the stream, get your donations in. All that money will go to helping those 4 Japanese runners, you can see there on the bottom right of the screen, attend AGDQ 2018 so that they can showcase their speedrunning skills at the marathon.
Alright, all 3 runners are in Low G Labyrinth now. The gimmick at this stage is that you jump really high and it's kind of slow. It's not quite not a scroller, but it just feels pretty sluggish. And Blunt just got the bird. Mashing as hard as you can does save time, but even though it doesn't really look like it, the bird is moving as fast as he can. It's just the gimmick of the stage is kind of slowing him down. And coming up for Blunt is going to be a trick called Vine Clip. Don't ask why it's called that, but he's going to go and try squeeze between 2 Bs. He really doesn't want to take damage. And he makes it through just fine. If he takes damage, he's going to lose a Kong, and that will make both the ending of the stage as well as the boss after the stage a little bit more difficult and just waste a little bit of time. Looks like Supreme makes it through just fine. Oh, Blunt was going for a fast ending there. Doesn't quite get it, but it won't lose too much time. See if Supreme goes for that. Yeah, you want to move your Kong a little bit to the left, and that will give you the momentum needed to clear across all the Bs. Yeah, Supreme just got it. Very nice. So Blunt's switching back to Dixie because he's going to be going for something that's called same side blades, where he's going to manipulate Chaos's position. Well, he's not going to manipulate the position, but his Kong's position relative to Chaos will cause the blades to spawn on the same side as Kong is on, which saves a little bit of time. And also, he's going to set himself up for a D-boost here, which skips 1 cycle. And he gets it, no problem. There is an alternate strat you can do that the Task does, and that our boy Sui Mine does, which is Task Chaos, where instead of doing any D-boost nonsense, you just go for 2-1 jumps, which is a frame-perfect trick to get a little bit more height. And you have to do 4 of those in a row to hit Chaos earlier than you're supposed to be able to. And realistically, no one really goes for that except for Sui, so definitely not going to be seeing it here. But if you get all those 2-1 jumps, you're going to save like 20 to 25 seconds, but it's very, very, very difficult. And obviously, these runners are going to be opting for more marathon safe strats. Looks like Blunt is the first through Chaos. Looks like Supreme and Krypton aren't really setting up same side blades. But each time you get that, it only saves about 1 second, so it's not really a huge deal. Alright, now we're entering World 3. This is the aquatic world. Basically just a lot of movement-based levels. Optimal swimming can be kind of hard. Kind of have to go the opposite direction of where you want to go, and then just swim the way you do want to go. You can kind of see a Blunt do it there. It's like he swims to the right, then he swims back to the left. That saves a little bit of time each time you do it. Very smooth entry there through that gap by Blunt as well. Pretty easy to get caught there and lose a little bit of time. Yeah, Supreme getting stuck on the wall there. Just like in every DKC game, the water levels are impossible to get right. Very easy to get caught in a wall and lose billions. And by billions, I mean like 0.3 or something. Also at the end of 4-1, you can see on Supreme Stream, he has to hesitate a little bit in order to wait for the fish to go. It looks like you could maybe make it past them with some, odd camera movement, but it's not really possible. Alright, Blunt's in 4-2. The theme of this stage is damage boost. You're doing a lot of damage boost to skip a few re-entries into the barrel there. Again, another very movement-based stage. The stage is different on the Japanese version as far as the ending goes, and also a few other minor things. Just due to the position of the bees, he's going to have to do some different movements. But I don't think Blunt's played the North American version in a long time, so probably be pretty straightforward for him. Yeah, coming up, you can just team throw here, kind of roll under that bee, don't get hit, and then do the deboost off of these bees, because you only want to have one Kong going into the next stage. Not for the reason I mentioned earlier, which is entering the barrels with one Kong, but just because having one Kong drastically reduces lag. And not a lot of stages are laggy in this game, but this stage is definitely a good example of it. I think if you have Kitty here in the back, you're going to lose 2.5 seconds just from lag, so definitely want to have one Kong here. And 4-3 is probably the first stage where it's really possible to, or realistically possible to die. I know Krypton had some issues earlier, but this stage is kind of hard because you have to quickly jump off the ropes, and you might accidentally run into one of the TNT guys. So I'm curious to see if they grab the midpoint. The midpoint does lag a little bit, so you don't normally want to grab it in RTA. Looks like Supreme did grab it though. So, oh man, Blunt absolutely gets destroyed there. So I think what Blunt was going for was he was going through the roll through the kaboings there. But if you mistime it at all, you're going to either die to the kaboing, the first one, or you're going to fall into the water and get owned by the fish. And I think he got owned by the fish. That's unfortunate. Supreme gets the trick pretty well though. It only saves man, I forget, it's 0.7 or something, but yeah, you gotta go for it. cryptonberry gets it as well, and just like that, Blunt is now in 3rd place. But Blunt does have the best PB of the 3. I don't think it'll be too hard for him to catch back up. So 4-4 is an interesting stage. There's a few small movement things you can do that save a little bit of time. Coming up is it's called Kazunoko skip, where you only make this barrel in 3 shots instead of, or 2 shots instead of 3. I don't think Supreme went for it. Yeah, you kind of don't want to go for. Oh, Krypton I think is going for it though. He went for it and then backed out. It only saves 1 second. See if Blunt gets it. Yeah, he gets it. So the scary thing there is if you go too far to the left, you're going to die to the bee. If you go too far to the right, you're not going to make it over in 2 barrel shots. You're going to fall all the way down, and both results lose a lot of time. So props to Blunt for being the only one to get that, saving that 1 second. So there's going to be another damage boost coming up. At least there should have been for Supreme, but it looks like he did not get it. Rolled into the barrel instead. That's a classic. cryptonberry showing off the deboost. You do want to have 1 Kong, yeah, going into World 5, but they're probably going to grab a safety Kong anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's just if you're being super optimal, you do only want to have 1 Kong here. Not sure what's happened to Blunt. He's switching in the middle of 4-4. It's definitely not what you want to see. But on Supreme and cryptonberry's streams, they're about tied. This level's called, I think, Fish Food Frenzy, aka Feed Your Fish. Gimmick of the stage is you have to feed your fish, and sometimes the fish does not behave. Sometimes the fish goes off screen, just do whatever he wants. Sometimes the fish eats the wrong enemy, and other miscellaneous things like that. Looks like the fish is behaving well for both of them so far, though. If you fail to feed your fish, the fish gets really mad and he takes a bite out of you. And with only one Kong, that's super scary. Krypton grabbing a Kong there. I respect that. I would also grab a Kong in a marathon setting for sure. And fish not behaving for Krypton. Supreme as well. Fish doing whatever he wants. Kind of has to slow down there to make sure he absolutely gets a bite. In the event you mess up feeding your fish, having an extra Kong is really nice, because when he takes a bite out of you, then you have another Kong, you don't just die. Alright, Supreme and Krypton pretty much tied. Supreme only slightly ahead. Blunt maybe 40 seconds behind, I'd say, but it can all change at the end of World 5, that's for sure. Next up is this guy. I don't even know what he's called. Space monster guy. You play as the elephant, you store water, and then you shoot him in the eyes. A lot of people don't know this, but when he actually opens the eyes, is a little bit random. It's the first instance of randomness in this game, but it only varies by like a few fractions of a second each time, so really not a big deal at all. And other than hitting the eyes as fast as possible, the only thing you can do to speed up this fight is to grab the ski in the proper way after you complete the 3 cycles of hitting him. And by that I mean you want to grab the ski on the rightmost side of the cliff rather than on the bottom cliff. Blunt's kind of famous for always messing up the ski grab, even though he's a really high-level player, so we'll see if he gets it here. Looks like Supreme not getting optimal ski grab. Krypton also not getting optimal ski grab. All the pressure's on Blunt now. Will he overcome his demons and finally get optimal ski grab when it matters? Let's find out. All the pressure's on. Oh, he still has another cycle. Dang. Blunt's really far behind. Anyways, Supreme and Krypton are upgrading their boat into a ski boat. And they're going to World 5, which is when the game actually gets kind of real. Alright, here we go. That's not... No one gets optimal ski grab. It's the biggest, most shameful display I've ever seen in my life. Supreme not grabbing the Kong, which is the real strat. This is typically a stage where you might want to take some safety precautions just because you're moving up the ropes very quickly. Very easy to either miss a jump input or just like kind of get stuck on the wall and just die. Hope he grabs midpoint at least. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, cryptonberry taking a hit, but he had that extra Kong. Switches, does not lose much time at all. Very good.
Real quick, we have a $10 donation from Fezzy Fez, who says, "Good luck to all my donkey friends. Thank you very much for your $10 donation. And if you'd like to put that towards an incentive, just let me know in the chat, and I will put it towards that."
Neat. I think Cryptonberry got hit again. Oh, but he had another Kong, so it was all good. Is that a Krypton or Blunt? I wasn't really watching. And Supreme finished the stage, no problemo. Krypton not far behind at all. And we're going to yet another auto-scroller. The gimmick behind going fast in this auto-scroller is kind of just to jump up the slopes optimally. It's hard to do than it sounds, but at the end of the day, it's really only like a 1 second variance between, you know, super optimal slope jumps and just do whatever you want. Maybe 2 seconds. Cryptonberry taking a hit there. It's not what you want to do. Or actually, is he doing the route where you do want to take a hit? That is a thing. Actually, I think it is. There's like a few, oh. Well, okay, dying to the B. That's definitely not the route. That's definitely not the route. There's a few routes you can do where I know the task does like 2 deboosts in this stage to switch the Kong order around, but it's not what Krypton was going for. So Blunt definitely caught up a bit there. Supreme is in the lead by a pretty comfortable margin at this point. And overall, it's been a pretty close race, actually. Alright, Supreme's going into 5-3. So the theme behind this stage is team throws. They're pretty much going to be skipping like maybe 60% of the stage just by team throwing vertically, rather than going all the way around like the game wants you to. And these regular team throws, they're not a 1 frame or anything like the 2-1 jump. Although there is a 2-1 jump you can do at the end of the stage that saves 1 second that I don't think anyone's going to go for. And Supreme's coming up on the hardest part of the stage. You have to team throw onto a barrel that's descending. If you mistime this, it's kind of easy to not get the height you need to make it up, but he makes it up just fine. And just like the stage is over. I think Supreme's the only one who's riding Deathless so far. Let's see if he's going to be able to maintain it. Alright, this stage, you play as our good friend Squitter, the spider, aka Shoes the Spider. So Squitter got changed a little bit compared to DKC2. Squitter can now jump on enemies, but as a downside, the way he makes webs was a little bit nerfed. You cannot press L and R on the same frame to make a web in this game. You have to press them at least 1 frame apart, which is definitely tricky if you're going in between games. It's another stage where it's somewhat likely to die. Not especially, but it's very easy to accidentally throw your spider into the Kool-Aid, or the grape juice, grape soda. I forget what Blunt called it. If one of your webs fails to come out, or if you just mistime a jump. Another fun fact is that every time you fire a web out with Squitter, it actually loses time because you're slowing Squitter down because you're not able to press Y, because Y is also the button to press to fire a web. A good climb by Supreme. Purple Strawberry Milkshake Factory. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Let's go with that. And very nice stage by Supreme. Other runners making it through pretty well. And now Supreme is in Lemguin Lunge. So this stage is kind of infamous for the bad hitboxes of the penguins. It's kind of easy to like roll through a penguin and you think you're just going to roll through him fine, but no, he actually just kills you. So I wouldn't be surprised if it takes you a little bit safe, especially the ending, where you have to climb a slope with penguins coming at you. It's very easy to just accidentally run into one and die. And this is another stage where you do not want Kitty by any means, because, again, he lags the stage incredibly. Probably like another 2 or 3 seconds lost if you actually had Kitty here. Now Supreme's going for the real ending. Gets up before penguins. Pretty nice, actually. Right, pretty solid run by Supreme so far, but this is where it can all end and where everything can be equalized. So, it's our good friend Bleak the Snowman. So if you want to know why they're playing Japanese version, it's because of this guy here. So, they're going to be dying on purpose, and they're going to be trying to press start on the right frame. There's only 1 frame you can press start in, and it's an audio cue. There's absolutely no visual cue you can use. And that skips the entire fight, just like that, boom. But again, it's a very difficult trick, and this is the trick that kind of killed the game for a lot of people. Supreme's in the infinite, not surprising. Again, they might just all be in Bleak here, just trying to skip him over and over and over again to hit that 1 frame audio cue. And if they hit this, it saves like 50 seconds or so on the actual fight, maybe even like a minute. And this is the reason why everyone switched to Japanese. So just like that, everyone's in Bleak, as expected. All of Supreme's hard work, all for nothing. Cryptonberry does not get it. Supreme does not get it. What about Blunt? The surfer extraordinaire. Will he get first try bleak skip? He does not. All right. Well, now it's a game to see who is. Oh, Krypton gets out. Krypton gets out. He won the lotto. He leaned into his television to hear that audio cue, and he was the first one to make it out. So, props to him. Now let's see who else is able to escape. Supreme still having issues. Blunt still having issues. Like, this is so sad. So sad. Like, you know, all the hard work that Supreme put in, like, he was deathless. He was the only deathless, had a very nice run, very solid entry time, especially for him, because his PB is, I don't think, as good as the other two runners, but it was all for nothing. Blunt, still having the time of his life. Krypton actually getting to play the game. Alright, Supreme's finally through. And Blunt, he's remembering why he quit this game, that's for sure. I wonder what Blunt's thinking to himself right now. Okay, Blunt's through, thank God. So all three runners were able to make it past Bleak eventually, so that was good. And now that we're in 6-1, this stage is actually pretty good. A lot of optimizations were found this year by Zelna, Link to the Past Runner, where you're going to be doing your damage boost in different spots to just save a little bit of time. At this point, it's kind of hard to know whose stream to watch because they're all in different spots, but I think Krypton was going for the real strats. I know he's going for the real ending, that's for sure. Blunt, I know for sure, is going for the real strats. I think Supreme said he learned them, but I'm not sure if he was confident in that. Yeah, it looks like he's going for them. Normally, you would take a D-boost there, right where Supreme is, going down the copper shaft, but instead you're going to reserve that hit and try and do the D-boost here in this section. Oh, that's not really what you want to do, but now he doesn't have a Kong, unfortunately, so he's going to have to grab a barrel. This is kind of slow. It's also kind of easy to die here because the copters are not where you'd expect them to be, and also you don't have the right invincibility frames. Also, I highly doubt that either Supreme or Blunt have any idea which Kong they are. Also, Krypton entered Burn Your Rope as Kitty, which is not what you want to do. You want to have Dixie, but it's very easy to lose track of which Kong you have when you're in the Infinite. Blunt's also entering with Kitty, again, not surprising. When you're in the Bleak Skip Infinite, it's really easy to lose track of your Kong. Bear in for Supreme and Blunt. Actually, looks like they're about tied, funnily enough. And Krypton way, way, way ahead. Even though they're going to be in the same stage, Krypton won the Bleak Lotto, so we're going to see if the other two can catch up. It's going to require a pretty hefty mistake by Krypton, but not impossible. Also, I'm going to take this opportunity to refresh the stream here, make sure I'm not behind.
All right, we have a $20 donation from Darkman who says, "Hey, you're all cool. Put it all in Nug Rider. It's the only name for me." Thank you very much, Darkman, for your $20 donation. And I'll put that towards the Nug Rider file name, which is for Twilight Princess, and that is Link's name. It's just one of the few, or one of the many incentives, rather, that we have, including file names for Pop and Twinbee, Link's name in Twilight Princess, Epona's name in Twilight Princess. We have a donation more for Best Anime, and plenty of incentives, which you can see here. I'll link it in the chat. Thank you. Thank you, Darkman.
Alright, cool. We're still in Burn Your Rope. There is no tech you can do in the stage other than at the very end where you're just trying to get the stage as fast as possible. It's pretty much impossible with Kitty in front, so I think only Supreme can actually go for it. They're going to have to fix their Kong order in 6-3. Not a huge deal, just because you'll be able to swap in the water, which is faster than swapping on land in all three Donkey games. Doing Burn Your Rope with Kitty in front, though, is kind of hard because his hitbox is a little bit larger. I'm actually surprised that neither Krypton or Blunt got hit. And Krypton makes it through to 6-3, aka Floodlit Fish. Switching to Dixie at the start. Usually you want to switch at the end if that happens to you, but it doesn't really matter too much if you don't get hit. So this stage is deceptively difficult. Getting optimal movement in the stage, very tricky. And it's very easy to lunge into a wall or lunge into one of these spiny guys. Obviously don't want to turn on any of the lights because that's slow. Kind of like the Arctic Abyss of DKC3. Movement's not super fresh by Krypton, but definitely acceptable. So honestly, as long as you don't get hit, it's going to be a fine stage. Interesting ending by Krypton. Looked a little bit scary there. You have a lot of, I guess it's like invincibility frames or something. It's really hard to take damage as on guard in this game compared to, say, DKC2. Just because his hitbox is just a lot better. I guess hitbox. So he's like pretty overpowered. You can just see him lunging into enemies even when it looks like he should be taking damage. But all right. Pothole Panic for cryptonberry. It's actually one of the hardest stages in the run. There's a lot of little things going on here. The first is that he skipped the parrot. This only saves about maybe a half second on the Japanese version, but still want to do it here. And he's going to be trying to skip the 2 red fishes by moving in a certain way such that the fish are spawned on the left. You just move right on through on the right. Looks like he gets that. He's going to swap here because he wants Kitty in front because he wants to do a water bounce straight into the barrel, which is faster than jumping in with Dixie or team throwing into the barrel. Nice, gets that. Also, the ending of the stage can be a little bit tricky. It's, yeah, entirely possible to do exactly what Krypton did, which is to roll into a B. And that really sucks because he absolutely needs 2 Kongs for the next stage, which is Ropey Rumpus, because there is a team up jump, aka 2-1 jump right at the beginning of the stage, which saves 10 seconds over the normal route. So he's going to grab a Kong, switch to Kitty, and attempt to hit the 1-frame trick here. It's very easy to get into an infinite here and not be able to do the 2-1 jump. But again, it's pretty much required. Saves so much time. And he gets it eventually. It was like maybe 6th or 7th try. Still pretty good. Oh wow, he actually went for a Huang boost there to save the 1 second. Interesting. That trick is deceptively difficult, but it is the optimal movement. Kind of makes up for lackluster 2-1 attempts and also having to grab the Kong. You know, it looks like Supreme Blunt getting through Pothole pretty well here. And again, both Blunt and Supreme about tied. Let's see if they'll be able to make up the difference with good 2-1 jumps. I know Supreme said he was practicing it a bit. Very easy for a lead shift here. Not a lead shift, but a second place shift. Oh, infinites for both. Man. Is this me playing right now? Okay, Supreme finally gets up. Blunt's, again, having the time of his life with these 1-frame tricks. Supreme not opting for Huang boost. Good decision. Alright, finally gets up. Blunt also not opting for Huang boost. And but while all that was happening, cryptonberry's fighting Barbos. This boss is kind of tricky. Mostly oh my god, he gets absolutely destroyed. It's a real race now. So Krypton did the classic where he charged into the top of Barbos. That's not where you want to hit him. He does have a hurt box there, and he got destroyed. You only have 1 hit because you need to usually just take a damage boost in the second phase. You don't have to, but it makes the second phase a lot easier. And yeah, now it's a race. Not sure if he was watching the other streams and he wanted to make it close, or it's just going getting owned, but either way, this is going to be very close going to World 7 now. It's anyone's game, honestly. There's a bit of RNG in Barbos as well, the first spawn. Did Blunt just get hit in the first phase? Oh, he did. Okay, so now he has to do the optimal strat here. Very scary. Right, he does get it. Good, good. I know he's probably sweating bullets there. It's very, you don't want to go into the second phase with only one hit available. Oh, it's getting kind of close to the top Barbos there. Don't want to do what Krypton did. Alright, so now we have Krypton only slightly ahead, Supreme a little bit behind, and Blunt just slightly behind Supreme. And it can all change a World 7. So, you know, this game was pretty tame in World 4, World 3. But World 7 is very real. Every stage in World 7 is a run killer, especially if you're on the urn. So this stage right here, I'm not sure if Krypton grabbed a Kong. It's usually a good idea to grab a Kong here because it's very easy to just miss a jump and ram into a B. And especially the ending as well is very scary if you only have one Kong. But again, you do want to have one Kong optimally to enter the barrels in 7-2 faster. And I still can't see if he has another Kong yet because just due to the way the stage works, you can only see Dixie for the majority of it. Okay, he does have a second Kong. Smart. I'm not sure if Supreme is rolling with one or if Blunt's rolling with one. Krypton does get the optimal ending there. It's good. Do not need the extra Kong. It really doesn't waste that much time to get Kitty. Maybe only like a second and a half, maybe. I believe Blunt's rolling with one Kong. He did jump over the DK barrels, so. Oh, and he gets punished for it, Blunt. No. Oh. That exact situation is why you want to have two Kongs as a safety precaution. Really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Now Blunt's going to need the Blunt Seed, which is the best possible RNG in 7-2 if he wants to have a chance now. Not sure what happened to Krypton there. It looks like he lost the Kong on purpose. Maybe that was a planned hit to get one Kong to enter the barrels there. Interesting strat if so. Also, Blunt does pick up the safety Kong this time around. Oh yeah, 7-2, so all the barrels are random. Like, I mean, it doesn't really vary too much. There's maybe like 10 seconds variance between the best possible barrels you can get and the worst possible barrels you can get. But it is somewhat significant at a high level. And it's also kind of hard to react to. This is pretty much the only stage, really in the entire series, where you really have to be on top of your reactions and make sure you don't fire into a barrel that isn't going the right way. Just as Blunt did there, firing to the lower right. And Supreme picking up the Kong exactly where you should to minimize the time loss. And Krypton going for this D-boost at the end. It looks really scary. It looks like you're not going to have enough invincibility frames. Also, Supreme's going for the pause buffer. I love that strat. I actually do that strat as well, where you pause buffer the final barrel to see which way it's going. What? Whoa. Wow. Supreme actually died to that? Like, I think I just mentioned that, like, it looks like you're going to die at the end of 7-2, but you have so many invincibility frames that, like, it never happens, but it just happened to Supreme, and he didn't get midpoint, and he's getting owned by this clobber here, so it's definitely not a good look. Yeesh. All right, so now Blunt's definitively in second place here. Not sure if he'll be able to catch up. cryptonberry is in Lightning Lookout. This is another infamously hard stage. Lightning in the stage is not random. It is determined by your position. So with proper manipulation, you will know exactly where the lightning will strike. Looks like Krypton actually gained the manipulation. Very impressive. But still possible to die at the very end here. Waiting for the lightning there to strike. Very smart. cryptonberry in general has been playing this race very safe. It's actually been working out. Like, he's taken like pretty much every safety strat you want to take in a marathon, and it's all worked out. And also he got Bleak before the other two, which definitely helped a lot as well. And makes it through Lightning Lookout, no problemo. All right. Krypton's now in Coin Dozer something. So these guys can just push you off. They can't actually damage you, but it's very easy to get pushed into a cliff. And that's it. just pushed in that you're donezo. Also possible to mess up these barrel cycles, especially the one at the end, and maybe ram into one or just fall into a pit or something. This is typically the least threatening stage in World 7. But again, you know, every stage in 7 can be a killer. What happened to Blunt? I feel like Blunt should be done with the stage by now. Did Blunt die? Actually wasn't watching. But either way, he's through now. Maybe I just misjudged how far behind he was. Kind of hard to watch 3 streams at once. But Crypto makes it through just fine. And now he's going into Poisonous Pipeline. So the gimmick behind this stage is that your controls are reversed. That's really not too hard if you practice it and get used to it. But it can be kind of annoying when you're first learning the game. This is probably going to be the stage you're least likely to die in, just because if you're playing it safe, you're going to have 2 Kongs. And the hardest part of the stage is honestly like right there with trying to swim between the fish to get on guard, who is faster than just swimming through the stage normally with the 2 Kongs. John, having a bit of issues with the charge there, but not really a big deal. Only a kind of hard thing left is at the end of the stage. You kind of want to squeeze between this fish. And he does it, so nice. If you get hit there, it's not a huge deal. Just waste like 1 second or so. You have to swap Kongs anyways for K-rolls, so whether or not you get a hit there, again, not a big deal. And Krypton is going into K-Rool Baron von K. Rulenstein or something. Final boss. K-Rool DKC1. Oh, that's a classic mistake. That's actually going to be kind of hard to recover from, but not too bad if he knows the proper backup. He was trying to roll under Chaos there, but if you throw the barrel incorrectly, then you cannot do that strat. You kind of have to wait out this cycle here. So now to throw the barrel with Dixie. He does not! No! Krypton being exposed with the lack of backup strategies. Giving Blunt a chance to catch up, and he will catch up here. Krypton Barry be able to throw the barrel this time. Yes, okay. Yeesh. But yeah, K-Roll, as I was about to say, he's free in DKC1, DKC2. Basically, as has been said, is a glorified Australian. K-Roll in DKC3, not free at all. As you just saw, very easy to make a mistake. See if Blunt makes the same mistake Krypton does. Ooh, he's looking at the flame. He's like, no, it's too low. I'm going to team throw over. I'm not going to repeat Krypton Berry's mistakes. Very smart call. Rolling under the flame only saves like maybe 0.7 or 1 second or so. So props to him for doing the safer strategy. And now we're into the actual K-Roll portion of the fight for both players. There is a strat about maybe halfway through the fight called Task K-Roll, which saves like 5 seconds. It's not going to be the deal breaker here. If Krypton Berry doesn't go for it and Blunt does, he's not going to be able to catch up. They're not that close, but it would be cool to see how many of the 3 runners do opt to go for it. All right, now we're going to see. Does Krypton Berry go for Task Carol? He's setting it up. All right. So what he wants to do here is he wants to jump onto the lever at the... Oh, no, he's not going for it. Never mind. Never mind, he's doing the safe strat. Going for the victory. I respect it, personally. So never mind, this is the normal strat for K-Roll. Let's see if Blunt goes for Task K-Roll, though. Gonna find out very soon as Krypton Berry wins the race, I guess. Because he went for every safe strat in the book and got a good bleak. Blunt is going for Task K-Roll. Ooh, gets the glide to the lever, gets it, very nice. Saves 5 seconds. Gonna make the race a bit closer on the final time. And Krypton Berry finishes, GG, looked like about a 51-18 or so. Not bad. Blunt finishing up here. It looks like he's not going to be far behind at all. It's 51:42. Get probably like, it's 25 seconds off. Not bad at all. Very interesting race for both players. It's like cryptonberry cut immediately, as he always does. Alright, and Supreme's finishing up here. Let's see if Supreme goes for Task Hero, if he's just gonna finish this out and never play DKC3 again, which is what I presume he would do. Alright, he opts not to go for it. I respect it. Just like, get me out of this game. I don't care anymore. Again, he's an old school runner, so I'm not sure if he even bothered learning it. Probably not.
Of course, Krypton is in the Discord chat. Didn't even know he won.
That's classic Krypton. Wait, I won. Yeah, it sounds like Krypton. Oh, Supreme, having some issues here, please. No one wants to see TKC3 anymore. Let it die. Play as safe as you need to. Is that the last hit? Alright, that's the last hit. Supreme finishes 53:06. GG to all the runners. Very interesting race. This is like 51, 51, 53. It's, not going to be making any leaderboards anytime soon, but it's a very interesting race. I was enthralled the entire time, so hope everyone watching enjoyed it.
Nice run.
Nice run. Blunt, what did you think of your run?
I played way too greedy.
Yeah, I was commenting on that. Like, Krypton took every safe strat in the book, and that's kind of why he ended up winning. Like, a lot of them panned out for him. Like, I think he got hit like twice in 5-1, but he had the extra Kong, so didn't matter.
How many bleaks did he get, do you know?
He won the Bleak Lotto for sure. Like, that's another reason why he won. You guys were in the infinite forever.
Unbelievable. I'll never understand what happened at the end of Caverns.
Yeah, like, I've never seen it
before. I've been running this game for 4 years now. That has never happened to me.
Yeah, like, I didn't even know it's possible not to have enough iframes. Like, you always have enough iframes, even though it doesn't look like you have enough. But yeah, it sucks.
That's really weird. Yeah, I didn't even think you could die there. Interesting.
Yeah, a lot of interesting deaths this race. I think Krypton died in 3-2. Blunt died in 4-3. Supreme died in 7-2. It's just a lot of craziness.
Like every spot that required 2 Kongs.
Oh yeah, you died at the end of 7-1 too. Yeah, it's classic.
Yeah. Good stuff.
It was a great race. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having us. Thanks, Claude, for doing commentary.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, a lot of fun.
All right, let's see. Next up, we have Rockman 4 minus infinity with Kumba. And I think we're